Hello again, it's Ms. Prather, and this is our third tutorial on Polygon expansion. Please note that each of these videos has something a little bit different, and that the words vary a little bit differently, and that you may see one or all three of these versions on the EOC. So make sure that as you are going through these tutorials on Polygon expansion, you are noting the difference between each video. So I'm going to go ahead and start to read this one. As always, I have my handy dandy highlighter, and I will be highlighting and pulling out key vocabulary and keywords, what you should be doing as you read. Tiana bought a crib for her newborn cousin whose length was 4 feet less than its width. Here I go. I'm going to highlight this length. Okay. And I'm actually going to, before I move on any further, I'm going to translate this from words to numbers and variables. So I know this is my length, and it says 4 feet. So I'm going to have 4 less than. Less than means subtract. So I'm going to write it like this, but I'm going to put my W. However, you see here I have L equals 4 minus W. That is incorrect to write it this way. The reason being is because less than should send a red flag in your head to switch how you write the order. So as you would see it, the 4 came before the W. Less than needs to actually take the 4 away from the W. So instead, we should write it as L equals W minus 4. This is the correct way to express this algebraic expression. Whereas this one right here would be the most common mistake that a lot of people would make on the EOC. Try your best to avoid not making this mistake. So let's move on. So Tiana has this crib, and she bought it for her newborn cousin. However, as seeing that she did not want the baby to outgrow the crib, she increased both dimensions by 5. Increase means to expand. She is making the crib larger, and it's by 5. So I'm going to put a plus 5 here. What is the new area of the crib? So because I already know that it is a rectangle and I already know that I want to find the area, I'm just going to quickly write the formula area equals length times width below. So now I am ready. I have pulled out the key information in this problem. I'm going to go ahead and start to make my chart to help me solve this problem. So I have length and width. And the reason I draw this table is because it helps me keep my information from the problem organized, but it also helps me go from my old dimension. I get to see my increase and how that changed my dimensions to get my new dimension. So that's why I draw the table, so I can see the progression of my length and the progression of my width. So my length would go back up to the problem because we already wrote it out to the side. I just fill it all in. W minus 4. My width did not give me any more information, so I have my width. She increased both dimensions by 5, plus 5, plus 5. Now I have to figure out my new width. This is where I'm going to pull this information out at the bottom, and I'm going to simplify it before I put it in my new dimension. W minus 4 plus 5. Combine like terms. Negative 4 plus 5 is a positive 1. Bring down that W. So W plus 1. And then I have the W plus 5. Brought both of these down. You cannot simplify this anymore, so I have W plus 5. These are my new dimensions, W plus 1, W plus 5. The question says, what is the new area? So I know that because to find the area, I have to do length times width. So I'm going to rewrite this out to the side, area equals length times width, and I'm going to substitute my L, which is W plus 1, times my width, which is W plus 5. Going to use the box method, and I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. W plus 1, W plus 5. W times W, W squared. W times 1, just W. 5 times W, 5W, and 5 times 1 is 5. Now, if you may forget that this is just a W and there's actually a 1 in front of it, you can write in your 1 so you do not forget. There you can easily see it's like terms, so you're going to add them and combine them with your peanut. So you have your area equals your first term in the box, W squared, plus when you combine what's inside of your peanut, 5W plus 1W is 6W, plus your last square in the box, 5. So the area of the new crib is W squared plus 6W plus 5. Thank you, and I hope you had a good one.